Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the North Broward Preparatory School here in Coconut Creek, Florida for this contest between the visiting True North Titans and the North Broward Eagles. Hi everybody, Sam Gelfand here, so excited to welcome you to the final home game of the regular season, and what a treat this one will be. The True North Titans, one of the best teams in Florida 2A, the North Broward Eagles, one of the best teams in Florida 3A. Both of these teams are fielding multiple Division I commits. This is going to be a glimpse into the future of baseball itself, and we are so excited that you are joining us live on YouTube. Of course, we finally get the Wi-Fi situation at the field sorted out on the very last home game of the season, but that's exactly how these things go, right? Managers are meeting right now. The True North Titans have a record of 15-6. North Broward Eagles 18-5, but the important thing to remember is that the North Broward Eagles have not lost in 10 straight games. They're on a 10-game winning streak. They haven't lost since March 11th. Meanwhile, the Titans are on an 8-2 run over the past 10 games, but their last loss came on April 1st. That's no joke, and neither is this team, though, so you're going to want to stick around because we'll be right back in just a little bit with the start of this contest. Don't go anywhere.
North Broward prep for tonight's match between the True North Classical Academy Titans and your MVP Eagles. Introducing the Titans. Batting first, playing center field, number 1, Cash Ojeda. Batting second, playing first, number 5, Jaden Cedino. Batting third, playing second, number 11, Masao Iripera. Batting fourth, playing shortstop, number 15, Matthias Fisher. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 23, Angel Garcia. Batting sixth, playing third, number 17, Mickey Cuenca. Batting seventh, playing left field, number 2, Gabriel Mestre. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 18, Brandon Castillo. Batting ninth, playing right field, number 14, Max Valsera. And the pitcher, number 19, young Carlos Cordova. And the rest of the Titans. And now introducing your MVP Eagles.
Blessed be our new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn. May God be with you all.
Batting first, playing shortstop, number 2, Kieran O'Neill. Batting second, playing second, number 10, Adrian Rodriguez. Batting third, playing left field, number 3, Max Perkholz. Batting fourth, playing first, number 34, Josiah Haslam. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 19, Campbell Harrison. Batting sixth, playing center field, number 8, Anthony Mestre. Batting seventh, playing right field, number 13, Adolfo Camacho. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 44, Julian Rodriguez. And batting ninth, playing third, number 5, Alex Smith. And the pitcher, number 6, Jack Rostock. And the rest of your MVP Eagles. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your caps for our performance of the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Coconut Creek. It is game time here at North Broward. This all-important contest between True North and the Eagles. On the mound tonight for North Broward, Jack Rostock, the junior fireballer who has the highest DRA of any Eagle starter at .247. It's been a dominant pitching staff this year for sure. In 28 and a third innings pitched, he has a 173 whip, 18 walks, but 31 strikeouts. He has a fastball that we have seen hit 90 miles an hour and a curveball up to 80 as well. But if you're a North Broward viewer, you may be asking yourself, well, what about the Titans? What do we know about them? Don't worry, I got an answer for you. You're going to see a lot of singles hit by this team. This is a team that only has 25 extra base hits out of 146 total hits, but they have blazing speed. They have stolen nearly twice as many bases as North Broward has. They have a relatively low number of walks on the mound, but they do have a surprisingly high number of hit by pitches, 29 compared to 13 for the Eagles. Solid pitching depth, but the thing that really pops off the page, this is a team with insane catching depth. They have 5 different catchers who could start on pretty much any squad. It's got to be a hard decision for manager Adrian Nieto to figure out who's going to be behind the plate in any given game. Of course, they'll be first to bat. Rostock skimming the high 80s in warm-ups here. Thanks to this little pocket radar that they've given us. Just one more to go, and we are just about ready to get set. I kind of have to keep talking here because if I don't, then the music gets this video taken down, and we really don't want that, now do we? So thank you so much for joining us here live on YouTube. Sam Gelfand not only on the call, but running literally every aspect of this broadcast. And Cash Ojeda will lead things off for the Titans today. Ojeda batting .319 coming into this one. A very tough test for North Broward today. Rostock deals. Ojeda thinks about bunting, but it's a strike and we are underway. Glad we can finally bring you this game. Of course, it was rained out last night. As that strike catches the outside corner. Field was drenched, according to the coaches, just absolutely unplayable. In fact, one of them told me they were surprised there were no puddles on the field as we came out today. Rostock taking his time here. Here's the 0-2. Tries for the off-speed stuff, but misses low and outside. The 1-2. 90 miles an hour, but high and outside. I wish I had tape of when I told Rostock's teammates that he hit 90 a few games ago. They were so happy for him, absolutely overjoyed. Hit on the ground, but foul, and this one keeps going. Kind of got to wonder if the rainout will affect either team's psyche coming into this one. They were expecting to play tomorrow, then you got to put it off a day. Does it mess up your training regimen, perhaps? Hit up the middle by Ojeda. Rodriguez fields it, throws over to first. Haslam brings it down, and there's one out. Now Jaden Cedeno strolls to the plate. Cedeno batting .312. And the first pitch is in the dirt. Cedeno starting at first today. Fastball finds the zone. A little bit of late movement on that heater at 88 miles an hour. Hit it up the middle again. Rodriguez sliding, throwing over to first, and Haslam brings it down. A great defensive effort from Adrian Rodriguez in the first two batters of this game. Some slick fielding out there from the other A-Rod. That brings up Misael Uriapero. And Uriapero watches the 77-mile-an-hour breaking ball go by. Part of this murderer's row of the Titans as he swings at one nearly in the dirt. Uriapero is a commit to Youngstown State, a D1 program out in Ohio. 0-2 tails outside. He's got some pop for sure, as he fouls one straight back. That fastball at 89 miles an hour. Uriapero is batting .397 this year with 23 hits and 16 RBIs. Up the middle again, this time fielded by O'Neill, who throws it over to Haslam, and it's a 1-2-3 start for Rostock, exactly what North Broward is hoping to get out of this. A solid start for the Eagles. We'll have to see if they can keep it up. We'll be back after this. On the mound tonight for the Titans, young Carlos Cordova, someone who may not be a powering presence on the mound, but he is a strikeout artist. 24 walks, 42 strikeouts in 30 innings of work. An ERA as low as 2.10, a whip of 137. Fastball tops out at 84, slider up to 78, but you see in some of these warm-up pitches, he's got some filth out there. And that's the sort of thing that can really confound hitters. But he's going to face a couple of tough tests. North Broward, no slouches by any stretch of the imagination.
Now batting, number 2, O'Neill.
And O'Neill will be his first test. There may not be a tougher one. O'Neill might be the hottest hitter in South Florida right now. O'Neill is a dangerous hitter at any time. As the first pitch is low. But it's especially true right now. He's batting .342. He's had 4 home runs in just 5 games or so. An absolutely filthy curve dropped in there by Cordova, and it's starting to be apparent why he's got a 2.10 ERA. O'Neill, a commit to the University of Central Florida. That fastball hits 85, but it's 2-1. O'Neill had a stretch just a couple games back where he had 3 at-bats, 3 straight home runs. And he may not do it again, but he hits one well to center field, brought down by Ojeda, and that's 1 down.
Now batting, number 10, Adrian Rodriguez.
Rodriguez certainly got a workout in the top of the first. Now settling in, hitting .288 this year. Perhaps a little overthrow from Cordova. Rodriguez has walked 14 times but only struck out 4. This is someone with a very good eye. And he makes contact into left field, but this time it's brought down by the other Mestre for out number 2.
Now batting, number 3, Max Burkle.
If there's anyone in this Eagles lineup who's likely to get on base, it's Max Burkles. He is virtually guaranteed to set the single-season batting average record for the Eagles. Currently batting .566, unless he goes 0 for his next 10 or so. That's pretty much the only way that he'll avoid getting the record. It is a lot of pressure for someone, though, as that ball drops in at 75 miles an hour. Fastball gives Burkles a shave, and it's 2-0. Perhaps just as impressively, 30 hits, 27 walks for Burkles. And he holds off on one that is called a strike. It's not often you see someone who has about as many walks as hits. But there's quite a few players in North Broward where that is the case. Skims the line, and that is a fair ball. Burkles rounding first, heading to second. The throw comes in. It is not in time. Burkles has a double.
Now batting, number 34, Josiah Haslam.
And here comes more trouble for the Titans. Josiah Haslam, a towering presence and a very dangerous power hitter. Leads the team with 6 home runs, in case you haven't joined us before. If you haven't, we welcome you to the broadcast for the first time. .67 miles an hour was that curveball. One of the tools in the kit for Cordova that's brought him so much success, changing up his speeds, going from 85 down to 67 as the catcher sets up very far outside. Too far outside, misses well. You got a fastball at 85, a curveball at 67. For hitters, it's really hard to figure out when to swing. You're constantly kept off balance, and that results in a lot of strikeouts. Remember, the baseball is too fast for the human eye to actually be able to track out of the hand. You have to make your determination based on when it leaves the pitcher's hand. Haslam waits on one, and that is fouled off, nearly taking out the third base coach. So it is now 1-2 with 2 outs and a runner on second. Haslam, a towering presence that may not come through on the camera, but he's 6'6". Too low, and now it's 2-2. He is easily the tallest player on this team. Gets it honestly. You may have heard of his father, Udonis Haslam. Kind of a big deal in South Florida. Twos all around. Here it comes. Well outside. Catcher blocks it, and the runner will not take off. That's the thing about those tricky breaking balls. When they miss for a catcher, that's a problem. Full count, 2 outs, runner on second for Haslam. Here's Cordova. It misses, and Haslam grabs himself a walk, and we've got ourselves a mound visit. That was a big walk for Haslam there, wisely laying off. And this is more of a preventative mound visit from True North right now, because the last thing you want is for things to spiral out of control from here. Okay, you got 2 quick outs. You gave up a double, that's all right. But then a walk on top of it, and a walk that was worked to a full count. It's all about psychology out there. You got to make sure that your pitcher still feels like he's in the game and he's not losing control of this inning.
Now batting, number 19, Campbell Harrison.
And speaking of hot streaks, Campbell Harrison's has sort of come out of nowhere. He wasn't playing too much for much of the year. We didn't see much of him in the first half of the season. All of a sudden, he goes from batting .095 or so to .217. Picked up 5 hits in his last 10 at-bats or so. Lays off the first pitch he sees. Harrison, just a sophomore. There are so many sophomores on this North Broward squad. It's a very young team, which makes their success this season even more frightening. And we've got ourselves a rundown. Burkle's having some trouble. They go back to first. And Burkles is tagged out. That will end the first inning. And you know Burkles has got to be kicking himself right now. Just an unfortunate situation all around there as we head to the second. No score. Four, 5, 6 batters coming up for True North. But North Broward riding high. Not only have they won 10 straight, but their last game won them the Palm League Championship. That was on the 5th against St. Andrews. North Broward won 5-3, a big game for Alex Smith. As the first pitch to Matthias Fisher is a ball. Fisher a commit to the University of Miami. Though he struggled a little bit this year, his batting average is only .189. Another pitch misses outside, and Rostock's in a 3-0 hole. As mentioned at the top of the broadcast, Rostock sometimes does have a little bit of trouble placing pitches. He's likely to give up more walks and hits than most North Broward's pitchers, as there's a 4-pitch walk. But once again, the bar is so high. Now there is a runner on first for Angel Garcia. Garcia may be batting fifth, but he's the biggest power hitter on this team. Batting .333 with 4 home runs. Runner goes, and that is fouled off. And as mentioned at the top of this broadcast, this is a team of speed demons, the True North Titans. 72 stolen bases in 21 games. It's a pretty ridiculous number. They try to go for the pickoff, and it gets out of Haslam's hands. Fisher is safe on second. That's stolen base number 73. That is Fisher's 8th stolen base of the year. Rostock bears down, that's a bunt. They decide to go to first with it. Rodriguez covering the bag as Haslam came in for the wheel play. And now that's one, but the runner does move to third. Mikey Cuenca up to bat now. Runner thinks about going again, is taken back by Julian Rodriguez behind the plate. Some good maturity displayed there. If there's any team that could steal home in this league, it would be the Titans. Thinking about another bunt, fouled off. Cuenca batting .419 this year. Here's Rostock. Another bunt. Haslam can't get the runner at home. They get the one at first, but it's 1-0. True North is first on the board. Some serious speed to be able to go all the way home from third on a bunt that close to home. You gotta love some good small ball. That one misses high. And there's a strike for Gabriel Mestre, to my knowledge unrelated to the other Mestre for North Broward. That's Anthony Mestre. 2-2 is the count. I knew I missed one. 2-2, 2 outs. And Mestre hits one into left field. Tracking it is Burkholz, who brings it down one-handed. And North Broward's out of the top of the second, though not without damage. It is 1-0 as North Broward looks to even it up. A very unique way to score a run for True North. A walk followed by 2 sack bunts.
Now batting,
But it puts him up.
19, Campbell Harrison.
Any way he can get it, though. Now it's the bottom of the second. Harrison peruses to the platter. Didn't get a chance last time. As Burkles was called out on the base pass. Curveball misses well outside. I have to imagine it's a bit of a sigh of relief for a hitter in a strange way when they get to try again the next inning. You get a little more familiar with the pitcher, get another shot. But it didn't help him there with that foul tip. But familiarity is really the key here if you're a batter. Now it's 3-1 though, and Harrison's eye is paying off here. North Broward's dugout comes alive. And Harrison works a walk. Good start for the Eagles, getting 1 on in their first batter. That'll bring up Mestre.
Now batting, number 8, Anthony Mestre.
Quick conference on the mound here. Sign of a good catcher, making sure that their pitcher is keeping his head in the game. Mestre batting .221, 15 hits. Catcher still setting up outside as Mestre thinks of bunting. Harrison almost caught off the bag, but he is back in time. Sort of thing we'd expect to see out of True North. Perhaps North Broward taking a page out of their playbook. The bunt misses again, though. And now Mestre in an 0-2 hole. The wind, as always, coming into effect. It's blowing towards the first baseline out there. Not usually the direction it blows here at the North Broward Diamond. So far in games this season, we've pretty much exclusively seen it either blowing out towards left field or in towards home plate, and it has changed the strategies of all the teams at this field each time. Mestre lays off, and it's 2-2. A wind blowing out there might favor a left-handed batter. Harrison not taking the most sizable lead off of first now. Mestre tries to hold off, but he cannot, and that's strikeout number 22 for him this season. That brings up Camacho.
Now batting, number 13, Adolfo Camacho.
That's the first strikeout of the night for Cordova. And Camacho has also been on a serious hot streak, brought his batting average up almost 100 points over the last few games. Fouls off the first pitch he sees, though. He's been good for a solid base hit, couple of extra bases each time we've seen him over the past, let's say, 5 games. wind really picking up, starting to blow inwards. And Camacho fouls off nearly the same pitch. Camacho has walked 10 times this year, but struck out 20. Has 13 hits to complement that. And he fouls off yet another. A little cleanup duty there from Julian Rodriguez, who is on deck. Cordova wants to finish him off here. But Camacho able to hold off on the breaking ball. That is a nasty breaking ball, though, from Cordova. Here's the 1-2. In at the hands, and it's 2-2. Pitches like that are hard because even if they cross into the strike zone, I mean, you can't really swing it. You're handcuffed. What can you do? You can't generate any power from there. But it's a risky proposition. Lays off again. And we've got ourselves an at-bat here. Full count, 1 out, runner on first. Cordova to Camacho. Camacho watches it go, and that's a huge take. Two batters walked in this inning now. And that'll bring up Rodriguez.
Now batting, number 44, Julian Rodriguez.
Rodriguez hit a home run a couple of games ago. Not usually known as a power hitter, but clearly if he gets his hands on one, North Broward would surely like to see him do it again in this scenario. First pitch strike. Infield looks like they're hoping for a double play ball. It's a smart thing to look for in this sort of scenario. Here's Cordova. Very high, and the runners are going to go. No throw from the catcher, and now there's two runners in scoring position. And that changes the whole character of this at-bat. It's a lot more dicey for the Titans now. "90 feet closer." That curve nearly takes his head off. Here it comes. And Rodriguez turns on one into left field. Here comes Harrison. Camacho holds up at third. It's an RBI single for Rodriguez. We are all tied up.
Now batting, number 5, Alex Smith.
Seems a couple of players have decided on new walk-up songs. It's not Smith's usual selection. Smith is also warming up. He's found his way on base in a couple of crucial occasions. As he lays down a bunt, but it's a pop-up. No one gets to it. They flip it home. He is out! Cordova makes the right decision. Take a look at that one more time. A great tag from the catcher Castellon as well.
Now batting, number 2, Kieran O'Neill.
A different sort of bunt, and we may have a different score. As that pitch misses low and outside. Seems to be Cordova's favorite target. North Broward really excels at those extra base hits. That's where they've generated most of their runs this season, in contrast to most teams in this league. As another one misses outside. A lot of teams in leagues like this, you'll see a lot of small ball, see a lot of walks, a lot of stolen bases. North Broward swings for the fences, and they may not put it over the fence every time, but they certainly know how to hit it where they aim. And it's brought them a lot of success. O'Neill takes his first strike. This batter number 6 of the bottom of the second. That curve was absolute filth. I mean, O'Neill thought it was going to hit him. Honestly, I did too. But it manages to cross the plate in the right place. 2-2, 2 outs, 2 on. Pickoff maneuver, and the runner is back safe. That's a pinch runner. That's Rodrigo Lithgow out there. Fastball at 83 in the dirt, and we've got a full count once again. Lithgow is North Broward's go-to pinch runner. One of the speedier members of this team. And O'Neill turns on one. That one is hit well into left center field, up against the wall. 1 run scores. Another being waved around. Smith comes home as well. A 2 RBI double for Kieran O'Neill. It is 3-1. North Broward takes the lead.
Number 10, Adrian Rodriguez.
That was huge. Now Rodriguez taking his time for a moment. But what a huge base hit by Kieran O'Neill. Like I said, it's those extra base hits that have generated most of North Broward's runs, and there's no one better in this league at doing that than Kieran O'Neill right now. Not like Rodriguez is a slouch either. Pickoff attempt. North Broward is not known for stealing bases, though. They've stolen 37 in 23 games. It's a relatively low number in this league. Most of those stolen bases generated by wild pitches. Two and 0 to Rodriguez now. Here comes Cordova. And Rodriguez hits one into right. Tracking it down, though, is Balsera. And the Titans get out of a difficult inning. North Broward takes a 3-1 lead. We'll be right back with more after this. We've seen some impressive hitting from North Broward in that last half inning, but True North no slouches either. A .306 batting average as a team, a .438 on base percentage, a .384 slugging percentage though. As mentioned at the top of the broadcast, not big extra base hit hitters. 91 walks, 114 strikeouts in 21 games, a very respectable number. Here's Castellon, and Rostock delivers one right down the middle to start off the at-bat. Brendan Castellon, the catcher today. Yet another speedy player. And Castellon hits one to O'Neill, who fires across the diamond. Haslam brings it down, and there's one. O'Neill, a defensive rock at shortstop. And that'll bring up Max Balsera. Balsera batting .300 even. And fouls one off. True North's team batting average higher than North Broward's. As Balsera hits one fair. Smith kicking himself. He couldn't even react in time. Balsera heading to second. A stand-up double for him. That was a laser beam right down the line. Not much Smith could do about it, but he pays the price for it. Balsera has a .350 slugging percentage this year. That just got a little higher. And the first pitch in at the hands. True North's team batting average may be .306, but opponents against Rostock have batted .258 this year. On the ground to Rodriguez. Gets the out at first. Runner moves to third. Here comes Cedeno. The runner on third, who, like Fisher before him, is threatening to come home on a bunt. He's taken a very big lead on third. Fouled off. Thanks so much, folks, for joining us here. Sam Gelfand on the call and running every aspect of this broadcast that you see. Even the ones you don't, as that gets away. That gets away from Rodriguez. Run scores. It's 3-2. That big lead on third pays off. Clobbered up the middle. Mestre having difficulty getting to it. He can't in time. He loses the hat. That's another double for True North, their second of the third inning. Cedeno really can't have a more productive at-bat than that. Now Rostock's got to try to keep it together here. Stay composed. It's a nice breaking ball, though. That's a little ICU pitch. Uriapero grounded out to short his first time up. And Rostock blows one by for strike two. There's a little dragonfly close to the camera. Look at that, top right corner of your screen. Here's the 0-2. The off-speed stuff fools him. Throw from Rodriguez gets him, and we are out of the top of the third. Rostock finally gets a strikeout in this one. A small mess, though, as we head to the bottom of the third. Cordova's day is already done for True North as Will Foss takes the rubber. Gonna have to try to calculate his final line in a little bit. But Burkles is the first to face Will Foss, who is a 1.69 ERA and a 1.06 whip. Both of these teams have so much on the line in this game that both of them have lined up starters for relief duty. Foss, typically a starter, has thrown 20 2/3 innings pitched. That one misses outside. 11 walks, 19 strikeouts. However, he has hit 10 batters, which is a pretty astronomical number. Got some nice break on the fastball, though, even though it misses, and he's in a 3-0 hole. Burkles has worked 27 walks this season, on the verge of 28. Though the 85-mile-an-hour fastball finds the zone. And Burkles can't catch up. It's a full count now. Foss has worked his way back from a 3-0 to a 3-2. Mark of a mature pitcher right there. Here's the full count. Burkles waits on it and finds himself a free pass.
Now batting, number 34, Josiah Haslam.
That is a very tempting pitch Burkles just laid off. Now there's a runner on first for Haslam. That last fastball reached 86. Haslam fouls off the first pitch he sees. That was a very tempting pitch laid off by Burkles. It's a bit like a piece of candy on your kitchen counter. You know it's right there and you just want it, but you probably shouldn't. In at the hands for the first ball. Burkles, not known as a stolen base threat. He has 3 swiped bags this year. Just not really a big part of North Broward's game plan as Foss steps off the rubber. Lone outside, but finds the zone, and it's 1-2. Haslam walked his first time up. Foss keeping an eye on the runner. And another one is fouled off. The speed of Foss's fastball is fluctuating between about 86 and 83. There are a couple of kids on the Titans who can hit 90 miles an hour. We just haven't seen them yet tonight. And Haslam hits one just foul. Bit of a blooper, though it could have found him a base hit. Haslam batting .351 this year. Not a payoff pitch quite yet. And Haslam's eye once again bails him out. 19 walks, 15 strikeouts for him this year. And here comes a 2-2. Well, not quite yet. The runner is safe on first. Haslam, weakly hit on the ground to third. They get the out at first, but cannot turn two. It gets away, and Haslam is safe on first.
Now batting, number 19, Campbell Harrison.
That's a 5-4 fielder's choice if you're keeping score at home, and if you are, why? Now here's Harrison. One out and a runner on first. Haslam back. Haslam actually is a stolen base threat. He has stolen 7, which I believe is the highest number on this team. Harrison fouls one back. long limbs out there, able to generate a lot of speed very quickly. Gotta love a fast big man. Fouled off again. That one hit the handle of the bat. Now it's 0-2 to Soup. Foss collects himself, deals, and it's high. That wind staying brutal. Another pickoff attempt. Safe once again. The 1-2 to Harrison is fouled off, and this one keeps going. If those pickoff attempts count as pitches, which of course they don't, it would count as a quality at bat already. But it is fatiguing Foss every time he has to throw over to first base. You catch the framing attempt there by the catcher? I mean, when you got to slide all the way out to the outside corner, I mean, I don't think the framing's really going to help you there. It was a good, honest effort. The 2-2. Fouled off again by Harrison. And this one just keeps going. Two and two. On the ground, up the middle, right to the second baseman, who gets the out. But do they turn the double play? It doesn't look like it. So that's two straight fielders' choices.
Now batting, number 8, Anthony Mestre.
Mestre steps up, another quick mound visit. True North a real fan of those, it seems. It's a 4-6 FC if you're keeping score at home, and now it looks like the manager's coming out as well. North Broward doing pretty well at bat in the second half of the season. They went from batting at the Mendoza line as a team to a .276 team batting average and a positive trending slash line as well, which is so important for a team. When each of those three numbers is higher than the last, that's the mark of a good hitting team. So here's Mestre, who struck out last time up and is clearly swinging for the fences. Mestre fouls off the second one. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching at home, we have a chat function here on YouTube. And we are looking at it, so if you happen to want us to know something, drop us a line, and if we like what you say, we might even read it out on the air. One and two to Mestre now with 2 outs and a runner on first. Hit up the middle, past the jumping Uriapero. And Mestre is on board of the single. Some great hops from Uriapero out there, but it's not enough.
Now batting, number 13, Adolfo Camacho.
And now Camacho steps up to the plate. Someone who has gotten more and more clutch as the season has gone on. We've got ourselves a game in Coconut Creek, let me tell you. In the dirt, but blocked by the catcher. That's not going anywhere. The wind staying strong here. And there's a strike to Camacho. Because this game is being made up from a rainout, North Broward's going to have to play 2 straight games. They take on Killian a little further south tomorrow evening. Tried to see if we could be there to bring you a broadcast, but we have not heard back. But we are trying. And now it's 1-2 to Camacho, who is trying to buy time to get himself composed. With 2 outs and 2 on, he does not want to go down swinging here, or looking. Foss fools him. An 86-mile-an-hour fastball sends us to the 4th. North Broward makes a little bit of noise, but isn't able to bring any home. And it remains a 3-2 ball game as we head into the 4th. All eyes have been on North Broward's pitching this year, and with good reason. A team ERA of 162. A 140 whip, 178 strikeout to walk ratio. Opponents have only batted .201 in 23 games against this Eagles squad. That is pretty astounding. I mean, just think about that. The whole team has an ERA that'd win him a Cy Young. And the next to try to test that is Matthias Fisher, who walked, stole a couple of bases, and scored his first time up. Rostock drops in a dirty one. Though his second attempt at doing a similar thing doesn't quite work. Manager Brian Campbell clearly feeling confident, leaving Rostock in there, thinks he can go at least part of the distance. As a 2-1 is hit down the line, foul. Rostock's last start was on April 1st against Ransom Everglades through a complete game shutout. 5 innings pitched, 2 hits allowed. No runs, 2 walks, and 9 Ks. He knows how to get it done out there. As one is hit right to O'Neill, throws over to Haslam and gets the out. That's 1 down. Here's Angel Garcia. Delivered a sac bunt his first time up. Now with no one to sacrifice for, he's got the swing away sign. Rostock working fast, and clearly it works. The moment the umpire said, all right, go in, he was already into his windup. And that's exactly what you want to do as a pitcher out there. You want to dictate the pace of the at-bat. You want the momentum to stay on your side. Tell the batter, hey, I'm in control here. Another curveball for a ball. Fouled off, and once again the elbow guard goes flying. Garcia's got to tighten that thing. I mean, sure, it looks dramatic. That is the nice part about it, but you know, in a way, it could actually help you strategically, because if Rostock's trying to dictate the pace of the at-bat, nothing's going to help you earn some time more than your equipment flying all over the place. Another foul ball. I mean, if your elbow guard flies off, you have to call time. It's just part of the game. Here's the 1-2. Curveball drops in there, and Garcia is frozen. You know, we've seen relatively low strikeout totals in this contest so far. That is Rostock's second strikeout. North Broward has only struck out twice. Another curve. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. The 0-1 is hit on the ground. Smith diving, brings it down, but he can't hold on to it. He is frustrated, and understandably so. He had a hard time getting to that line drive earlier, and that's a great defensive effort, but he can't keep it in the glove. That's an E5 for Cuenca, bringing up Gabe Mestre. Runner thought of going, and really that's mind games there from Rodriguez behind the plate, saying, hey, don't even try it. Here's Rostock. High, ball 2. Cuenca, excuse me, has stolen 5 bases. Pickoff attempt is unsuccessful. Umpire doing some stretches behind the plate. Good job. Staying loose. It's getting a little bit colder as the sun sets. And that pitch gives Mestre a shave. Usually I got to pay like $20 on my barber for that kind of privilege. Three and 0, and Rostock is behind here. Nothing you can't come back from, but it is trouble if you can't. That does miss, and now there's runners on first and second. In a game this close, every base runner matters. And sure, every base runner matters in most games as well, but North Broward is, well, frankly, I've lost count of how many Mercy Rule wins they've had. Or they've had all this cushion, and right now that's just not the case. It's a one-run game. No one up in the North Broward bullpen, though. 6-5-4 calls out manager Brian Campbell. They're looking, well, I mean, you can't get a double play. So I'm guessing he's calling some sort of play. But now Castellon is behind 0-2. And Rostock has him right where he wants him. Now the question is, does he go heater? Does he drop in the curve? Only one way to find out. Rostock drops in the curve, and there is nothing Castellon can do about it. 2 strikeouts in the 4th inning for Rostock. As this game goes on, Rostock aging like a fine wine, finding his rhythm. We mentioned how young this North Broward team is. 6 seniors, 5 juniors, 8 sophomores, and 2 freshmen for this squad. Here comes one of those sophomores. Rodriguez, one of those sophomores. A big RBI single his last time up. Foss still on the mound for True North. And right off the bat, Rodriguez lays down the bunt. The throw gets him. Rodriguez tries to catch him off guard, bunts for a hit, but the gamble does not pay off, and there is one down.
Now batting, number 5, Alex Smith.
Here comes Smith, who hit into a fielder's choice his first time up. Foss deals, and it's outside. Smith then later scored on O'Neill's RBI double. More late movement on the fastball, but another ball for Foss. Huge hack and nothing to show for it. Smith thinks about laying down another bunt, but it's 2-2, and he certainly can't do it again. It's interesting seeing North Broward change up their strategy as well, saying, hey, why don't we try some small ball fundamentals here? The 2-2. Misses at 87 miles an hour, at least according to the pocket radar I have been given by a generous patron in the stands. Thank you to the Rostock family. 3-2-1. Just a countdown to the strikeout.
Now batting, number 2, Kieran O'Neil.
Second strikeout of the night for Foss, and O'Neill is poised to do some more damage. Very nice curve, but it does not connect with the zone. O'Neill with a 2 RBI double last time up. Still red hot. Kieran's so hot right now, those aren't batting gloves, those are oven mitts. He'd burn through the bat otherwise. Didn't know they made oven mitts so slim, though. Should get my hands on those. Fouls one off. That pitch at 86 miles an hour. Now it's a 2-2 count. O'Neill has walked 12 times, struck out 11 this year. Full count now to the UCF commit. With 2 outs and no one on. Foss taking his time, finds a sign he likes. In the dirt, and O'Neill advances to first.
Batting number 10, Adrian Rodriguez.
O'Neill continues to be incredibly productive as Rodriguez settles in. Keeping an eye on the runner on first. Foss deals, and Rodriguez hits one into right, and it is brought down by Balsera. That ends the 4th. Or does it? Looks like there is a balk as the runner advances to second. Take another look at the replay. I don't know if I saw it. That does look like a balk. Curveball nearly takes Rodriguez's head off. Though, to be fair, he's kind of used to it at this point. That incredibly low crouch he has does predispose him to that. Some fast bat speed, but fouls it straight back. Well, not straight back, off to the side. I'm clearly not talking out of my mouth here. But it's a 1-2 count with a runner on second. Payoff pitch is fouled off again. The wind just keeps blowing. Rodriguez settles in. The 1-2. Pops straight up. Castellan calling for it by the dugout, and no one gets to it. So this one continues. A long at-bat for Rodriguez. Twists and turns, and he's hoping for a good payoff here. Foss shakes off a sign. Finds a quality one. Here's the 1-2. Fouled off again. And just keep in mind, every time that one of these pitches is fouled off, it depletes Foss's stamina. They're chipping away. And the more tired you get, the more mistakes you make on the mound. It's a long-term strategy. Another one fouled off. One and two. Runner goes. Heads up base running. And O'Neill snags a bag. How about that? O'Neill so dangerous out there. Still 1-2. And now, finally, the count changes. 2-2, 2 outs and a runner on third for Rodriguez. Handcuffed, but hit up the middle. O'Neill comes home, the throw to first, he dives, but he's out, and the run does not score. Rodriguez with an honest effort, but it was not enough. Though it certainly took a chunk out of Foss. We head to the fifth. Rostock still on the mound for North Broward. And there is no one in the bullpen, so clearly they trust him to go the distance. 9-1-2 batters coming up for True North. Starting with Balsera, who had a double, then later scored in his first time up. True North dugout making some noise. Balsera batting .300. Here's Rostock. Outside. Rostock deals, but it's 2-0 now. Balsera, according to Perfect Game, has a 84% swing efficiency. Good compact motion as he skies one towards third. Smith coming in, trying to judge it, has a bit of difficulty with the wind, but brings it down. I'm going to call that redemption from his attempt a little earlier, because it is so hard to track a ball like that. With the wind, you're going every which way, and Just trying to get under it is a struggle. Ojeda thinks about bunting, but pulls back. It's still a strike. Once again, just want to thank everyone who's joining us online, live on YouTube. Sam Gelfand here on the call and doing literally everything associated with this broadcast. There's another breaking ball for another strike. Pink laces on the shoes for Ojeda. Looks sharp. Here's the 0-2. Fouled off. Ball really jumped off the bat, but wasn't in play, doesn't matter. Rodriguez heading up outside. Ojeda does not chase it. Tried to fool him, he just did not bite. Go fish. On the ground, right side, fielded by the other Rodriguez, and there's out number 2.
Now batting number 5, Jaden Cedeno.
Cedeno up now. Not going to fault the PA announcer for having trouble with it. They didn't actually write down the Enye on the roster. Trapdoor fastball is 0-1 now. Rostock sets up, delivers, and he's not getting that pitch twice in a row. Cedeno doubled his last time up. He's 1 for 2 today. Tries to expand it to O'Neill, and O'Neill can't play it. An E6 puts Cedeno on first. We don't see O'Neill suffer from fingers of stone too often out there. Misael Uriapero now up to bat. He swings at a frisbee of a pitch. Speaks to Rostock's ability out there. Another one outside and another one that Uriapero just can't get his bat on. Now keeping an eye on first, Cedeno has stolen 5 bases this year. Outside and he takes off. The throw from Rodriguez nails him. Don't even try. Pitch was outside. It really did not matter. I mean, that was as perfect gets on that throw from Rodriguez. Takes us to the bottom of the 5th. Max Burkle's going to start us off. The 3-4-5 batters coming up for North Broward.
Number 3, Max Burkle.
Burkle's 1 for 1 with a walk as well. A double and a walk, a trademark productive day from Burkle's. Reminder, Burkle's came into this one batting .566. His on-base percentage, you might want to sit down first at .729. Remember, usually in baseball, the best batters get on base 3 out of 10 times. Usually that means they're out 7 out of 10 times. Burkle's is getting on base 7 out of 10 times. Fouls off that one, though, and it's 2-2. Foss blows it by Burkles. We do not see Burkles strike out much.
34, Josiah Gelfand.
That's a true achievement for Foss, as that's only Burkles' 8th strikeout of the year. Now Haslam's up and hits one very well to right field. Balsera has to track it, running, and finally brings it down in the corner. Not an easy one to bring down, though.
Now batting, number 19, Campbell Harrison.
Now here's Harrison, who has to lean away from the first pitch he sees. And that's 2 balls in a row. North Broward may not be used to games that are, let's say, extremely close, but they do have 2 walk-off wins on the season. North Broward, though, has had more mercy rule wins than close games this year. Harrison holds off, but rules out a strike. It's 2-2. Outside, and Harrison works a full count for the 2nd time today. Walked his first at-bat, grounded into a fielder's choice his 2nd. Two strikeouts in the 5th inning for Foss. Harrison goes back to the bench to think about what he's done, and we head to the 6th. We have ourselves a baseball game. It is 3-2. North Broward finally has someone in the bullpen. It's Filippo Baldessari, who is typically a starter for North Broward, usually their number 2 starter. Some heavy hitters on this team. This heat sheet is actually a little bit outdated. Some of these pitchers have increased their highs by a mile an hour or two. 3, 4, 5 batters up for True North as Uriapero tries to bunt and has to skip away. Tries to bunt again, fouls it off. It's not been a trademark North Broward bomb fest out there. Had some big hits, but it's been a close game. And that's exactly what you'd expect. These are 2 of the best teams in South Florida right now. Both of these teams are first in their respective divisions. Uriapero put everything he had into that, but got nothing out of it. It's a bit like my last relationship. Rostock sends Uriapero back to the bench. Thank you for your cooperation. That brings up Fisher, who watches the first pitch go by for a ball. That is 4 strikeouts for Rostock so far tonight, all of them coming after the 3rd inning, or in the 3rd inning or later. Bunt attempted, but it just fouled off. This is North Broward's final home game of the regular season. They will be back here for district play. However, we have asked the league, and we're not allowed to live stream a game during district play. We can, as we have been, put up the game later, just can't be live. So you will be able to watch North Broward's district semifinal game next week in full, just the day after. Rostock still throwing heat, but starting to miss as a result. How ironic, we finally get the Wi-Fi and the stream working on the last game of the season. And there's a walk. Fisher takes his base, bringing up Garcia. Brian Campbell coming out, and Rostock's night might be done with Baldessari warming up. Indeed it is. A quality start for the junior Jack Rostock. And Baldessari will take the mound. We're going to calculate his final line and step away during Baldessari's warm-ups. We'll tell you more about him after this. I'm not going to lie, if True North is any less proficient than they were, I'd say be scared of Baldassari. Filippo 6'2", 190. A member of the Italian 18 and under national team, hails from Montalbate, Italy, won the 2024 European Championships. He's got a fastball that tops out at 90, and he has confounded hitters this year. An 0.89 ERA in 31 1/3 innings pitched. A 121 whip, 11 walks, 36 strikeouts. He has pinpoint control. And he has been a key factor in North Broward's success this year. Meanwhile, Rostock's final line, 5 1/3 innings pitched, 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 3 walks and 4 strikeouts, plus a wild pitch. That is a very productive night on the rubber for Jack Rostock. A lot to be proud of there. Baldassari's first pitch takes a little bit off, and then they try to get the runner, but no dice. It's Angel Garcia up to bat. The DH struck out looking his last time up. Runner takes off. It's a hit and run. Hits it where they ain't, in fact, into left field. Burkles fields it, and that's a solid base knock for Garcia. Now Cueca steps up. North Broward has a double play opportunity. Smith playing in at third. So is Haslam. They're wary of the sack bunts that True North has attempted so many times this year. In fact, this game. And that is another bunt attempt. Haslam fields it, gets the runner at first, and there's 2 outs. But the runners do move. They're at second and third now. Here's the other Mestre. First pitch outside. A little tail on that fastball. Sometimes it can be hard to see fastball movement when you've got your main camera out in center field. At this view, it's really obvious. Breaking ball in at 80. Looks like we've got a pinch runner coming in. I believe that's number 10. That would be Lucas Oyavides, the junior. Baldassari, just a good kid. I've talked to him a bunch. I'd describe him as earnest. Great baseball player and just a good kid. Which is important. Character means everything, especially at the high school level. Fired in, but too low. It's 2-1. Rodriguez doing a good job blocking that. Two and 1 to Mestre. Fastball in at 87. It's 3-1 though. A very important pitch misses, and now there's bases loaded with 2 outs. We're getting a mound visit now. And understandably so. That was a very important pitch, and Baldassari wasn't able to bring it down in the way that he wanted. Also, my phone's down to 10% battery, so we might lose the ability to switch around that other camera soon. Let's hope it doesn't get to that point. You know, I was prepping for the game. I knew I forgot something. I forgot to bring the phone charger. Don't you hate when that happens? Brendan Castellon steps up to bat now. 0 for 2. Grounded out to short his first time up. Struck out looking his second. And that's the start to this at-bat that Baldessari wants. Fouled off, and now Baldessari has Castellon right where he wants him. Oh, 0-2. This is a pivotal pitch, not just for the at-bat, but for the game. Breaking ball high, misses. A base hit here brings in 2 runs, tilts the pendulum of momentum in True North's favor. Here's the 1-2. Fouled off. This one keeps going. You ever notice how once your phone hits 10%, it's like everything drains even faster? Now it's already down to 9%. One and 2, bases loaded, 2 outs. Baldessari under tremendous pressure, but so is Castellon. Hit up the middle to O'Neill. It's a foot race to the bag. He steps on it. No run score, and North Broward's out of a jam. To the bottom of the 6th we go. What a game in Coconut Creek. Foss still on the mound for True North. The Titans have a team ERA of 2.97, a 1.48 whip, opposing batting average of 2.20, and North Broward's been around there tonight. At least that's how it feels.
Batting number 8, Anthony Mestre.
Six, 7, 8 batters coming up for North Broward, starting with Anthony Mestre. And Mestre hits the first pitch he sees into center field. Going back, bringing it down is Ojeda. One out in quick succession.
Now batting number 13, Adolfo Camacho.
Here's Camacho. And Camacho hits the first pitch he sees as well. This time, though, into center field on a bounce. And Camacho pulls up at first with a very important single.
Now batting, number 44, Julian Rodriguez.
North Broward hoping that's a tone setter as Julian Rodriguez steps up 1 for 2 tonight with an RBI single. You know we'd like to do it again. Got a rare piece of a batter trying to sell a pitch there as Rodriguez tried to take a step back. Quick delivery, that's, I believe, technically off the handle of the bat, so I think that's an 0-2 count. Gonna wait for the umpire, though. It is indeed 0-2. It's a messy pitch for sure. In the hole, Foss has him right where he wants him. Tries to pick off Camacho, but has no success in doing so. Nighttime has not calmed down the wind at all here. What? That was the wrong button. I didn't even hit that button, did I? Let's pretend that didn't happen. 1-2. Hit on the ground to short. True North easily turns the double play. That's exactly how you wanted this inning to go if you're the Titans, and we head to the 7th. North Broward hangs on to the narrowest of leads. After 2/3 of an innings pitched, Baldessari's night is done. North Broward goes to the closer, Kieran O'Neill. So we got a new face at shortstop. Looks like it's Gabe Coupe. O'Neill is a fastball that tops out at 89. A good variety of pitches out there. As Balsera steps up, O'Neill faces the 9-1-2 batters. No one North Broward wants on the mound more in this high leverage situation. That ball just effortlessly snaps out of O'Neill's hands. O'Neill has pitched 8 2/3 innings this year, has not yet given up a run, as that is a pop-up right to Coupe, going behind second base and making the catch. That's one down. Ojeda steps up now. In 8 2/3 innings pitched, O'Neill is not allowed a run. He's walked 7 and struck out 12. It's been a couple of games since O'Neill has pitched, though. Breaking ball at 79, but it just misses. Nice pitch, though, and anyone's going to tell you that. Just speaks. It's a nice pitch, but Ojeda's got a nicer eye. That fastball low and misses, but it was 89 miles an hour, so that counts for something. At the high school level, at least. Another 89-mile-an-hour fastball and just barely missing. That is a strike, 91, according to the pocket radar. That's O'Neill's new career high. Full count. Fouled off by Ojeda. My phone, which we use to control this camera you see right now, is at 4%. Fingers crossed. So North Broward gets 2 quick outs. The 3-2. On the ground. Rodriguez can't get to it. That's a base hit. Ojeda with a crucial single. That is only the 5th hit allowed by O'Neill this whole season. One out, one on. And a beautiful breaking ball dropped into Cedeno. Ojeda has stolen 9 bases this year. He's 1 for 4 now tonight. Cedeno 1 for 2 with an error as well. Runner thinks about taking off. Throw from Rodriguez, skips out of Haslam's glove. And into right field, Ojeda snags a bag. And that's got to hurt. Quick conference on the mound. It's getting colder out here, and the colder it gets, the harder it is to grip things, especially baseballs. As O'Neill steps off the rubber, tries to dictate the pace. Dropped in, charging in is Coupe, throws on the run, gets the out at first. There's a runner on third, but True North is down to their final out. Excuse me, that is Alex Smith who's been shifted over to shortstop. Coupe is at third. Usually it's the opposite way around. It all falls to Misael Uriapero. And he lays down a bunt. O'Neill skies it over Haslam's head. A run scores. And it goes all the way into the outfield. Haslam overcompensates. It's 3-3. What just happened? A comedy of errors from the Eagles results in a run scoring and a runner on second. We're going to have a mound visit now, and understandably so. So O'Neill throws to first. It gets away from Haslam. Haslam tries to overcompensate with a throw to second, skies it into the outfield. I don't even know how you score this. I guess 2 errors? And I hit the button again. You know, I hadn't done that all season. I've done it twice now tonight. Now, if you're Kieran O'Neill, you really got to bear down and try to collect yourself now. Don't let it get to you. Keep from getting any further out of hand and hope North Broward can come back in the bottom of the 7th, lest we go to extras. A swing and a miss like that will help as Cedeno has to rush back. Excuse me, Fisher's up to bat now. What? See, I didn't even know how to score it, clearly. Runner takes off. Rodriguez guns him down again. We head to the bottom of the 7th. North Broward looking for their 3rd walk-off win of the year. Only time will tell if they get it. Nine-1-2 batters coming up for North Broward.
Now batting, number 5, Alex Smith.
Will Foss still on the mound for True North. He has pitched a great game so far. And Alex Smith will be the first to try to write a Cinderella story. Smith reached first base on a fielder's choice in the 2nd, struck out swinging in the 4th. Had a huge game last game, though, went 1 for 2 with a triple, 2 runs, an RBI, a walk, stolen base in the Palm League Championship. So clearly he knows how to deliver in high leverage situations. North Broward, the newly crowned Palm League champions. But he can't catch up to that fastball from Foss. The 2-1. Scrambles outside the zone, and it's a hitter's count. Smith walks, and North Broward has a base runner on.
Now batting, number 2, Kieran O'Neill.
The winning run is on first for the man of the hour. And we get a mound visit. This is exactly who North Broward wants up in this situation. A player with 4 home runs, all coming within the last few games. Someone who has just continued to be red hot, has a 2 RBI double in this game already, walked his last time up, stole a base. Kieran O'Neill is him. From the looks of it, it looks like True North is leaving Foss on the mound, and they trust him to get out of this. But O'Neill will not make it easy for him. O'Neill is, well, I gotta keep talking just to prevent the stream from getting claimed from the copyrighted music. O'Neill lays down a bunt. It is perfectly placed. Foss has to go for the runner at first, and that moves Smith to second. Now there's the winning run on second base.
Number 10, Adrian Rodriguez.
The winning run on second base for North Broward. And Adrian Rodriguez is 0 for 3 today, hoping to change that here. Swings at a pitch he maybe shouldn't have, but a curveball of that quality is going to fool most people. This has been one of the closest games we've seen all year from North Broward. True North may be a 2A team, North Broward a 3A, but True North's level of talent betrays that. Rodriguez hits one right to the first baseman, Cedeno. 2 outs now.
Now batting, number 3, Max Burkholz.
And Burkholz has been intentionally walked to bring up Josiah Haslam. Bold strategy. I mean, they do know that Josiah Haslam.
Number 34, Josiah Haslam.
I'm not sure True North recognizes that Josiah Haslam has already hit a walk-off home run this season. And he's swinging for the fences again, clearly. Haslam leads this team in RBIs. Has 24 on the season. Sure, 0 for 2 with the fielder's choice and a walk tonight. That pitch is high. Really, in a situation like this, you can strike everything from the record. Forget about what you've seen tonight. Nothing matters more than the here and now. And it's 1-1 with 2 on and 2 outs. Foss steps off. Remember, 1 more out, we head to extras, which I believe would be North Broward's 3rd or 4th extra inning game of the year. Haslam swings at one high and outside. It's 1-2. And all of a sudden, this becomes the most important pitch of the night. Here it comes. Okay, from now on, each pitch becomes the most important one of the night. 2s all around. 2-2, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Haslam hits one high and out of play. Foss not really showing signs of fatigue. Perhaps because he's not the hardest throwing pitcher. But he clearly has a lot of break on his pitches, and it's done him well. He's pitched a gem so far. Shakes off a sign, shakes off a couple more, and Haslam calls time. Swing and a miss, and we head to extras. Haslam strikes out. O'Neill going back out to the mound. And this is still anybody's game. We've alluded to the level of talent that True North has, and we've seen it on the field as well, but a look at the college commits for True North really hammers it home. Adam Andreu heading to Miami-Dade College, Matthias Fisher, University of Miami, Angel Garcia, Coppin State, Alan Soler, UCF, going to be Kieran O'Neill's teammate actually, and Misael Uriapero, Youngstown State. That is 4 D1 programs in Miami-Dade College, a Division I NJCAA program, one of the best junior college programs in the country. And now here in the top of the 8th, it's the 3-4-5 batters coming up. Excuse me, 4-5-6. O'Neill usually doesn't pitch more than an inning or so. That one's fouled off. North Broward has to be thinking about, hey, if we have to, who do we put in next? You've already used Baldessari. You've got a game tomorrow. You don't want to exhaust your bullpen. Of course, North Broward has plenty of options. Pitch is too far inside. 2-2. North Broward still has 7 pitchers they haven't used in this one. Foul tip, strikeout, and O'Neill starts the 8th off right. Here's Garcia. He is 1 for 3 today. With a strikeout looking and a single. Garcia calls time. We've talked about dictating the pace. O'Neill is rearing and ready to go. Chopped straight up the middle. That is a base hit. We've got a runner on first now with 1 out. Angel Garcia gets himself on board. Now here's Mikey Cuenca. O'Neill finds a sign he likes. Runner takes off. You're going to challenge Rodriguez? Really? Why would you even try? That's his third base runner he's thrown out tonight. At this point, stealing against Rodriguez, it's like trying to break into Fort Knox. Just forget about the idea entirely. Just not going to happen. Hit into right field, charging in. Camacho, diving catch! What a web gem! A shoestring beauty! And Camacho sends us to the bottom of the 8th in style. Watch it again. What a catch. Bottom of the 8th is upon us now as Campbell Harrison will start us off.
Now batting, number 19, Campbell Harrison.
Hope you had some nice time to ruminate on Camacho's catch during the commercial break that had no commercials because we have no sponsors. If anyone out there wants to change that, let me know. Foss still on the mound. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. 76-mile-an-hour breaking ball is a strike to Harrison. Reached on a walk in the second inning and hits one on the ground to short here. Fisher fires over to first, and that's one down.
Now batting, number 8, Mestre.
Mestre 1 for 3 today with a single. Struck out in the second, singled in the third, flew out to center in the 6th. Here's Foss. Mestre takes the first pitch as a strike. And lets the second one go by too. North Broward is 2-1 in extra inning games this year. Josiah Haslam hit a very memorable walk-off home run against Archbishop McCarthy. Max Burkles with a walk-off single against Everglades. In fact, that was just their last home game. Two and two now for Mestre. Anthony Mestre for the benefit of the True North viewers. And now it's 3-2. Full count to Mestre. Hit high and looks like that's curving out of play. That heads to the softball field. The fateful pitch. Outside, that's a walk. That brings up Camacho.
Now batting, number 13, Adolfo Camacho.
Foss looks fairly in control of things. He could have a good poker face. There's a runner on first, one out to Camacho. In the dirt, but Mestre doesn't even think about going. We've got an instant classic in the making here tonight. As Camacho hits one weakly and brought down by the first baseman Cedeno. Over the shoulder catch. Not Cedeno. Okay, who's at first now? Rodriguez is at first now. Which? Alan Rodriguez? Alan Rodriguez.
Now batting, number 44, Julian Rodriguez.
Well, Alan Rodriguez makes an excellent over-the-shoulder catch, bringing up Julian Rodriguez. And now there's two outs with the runner on first. Runner takes off. No throw. An audible expletive from the catcher. And Mestre snags a bag. You know you got a good jump when you get the catcher cursing. And now Rodriguez steps out. Rodriguez fouls it off. Had to step back to make contact. If you got to step back to make contact, perhaps it's better if you just let the ball go by. And by the way, let this confusion between Cedeno and Rodriguez prove my point that I believe there needs to be better notification of changes in the field. It's not announced to anyone in the stands. Rodriguez lays off another. It's 3-1. Foss looks at the runner, deals. Very inside, and that's another walk. It looks like we're getting a pitching change. Foss's night is likely done. Manager coming out. Ahead of Alex Smith coming up. Or are they keeping him in? I mean, Foss has not given up a run yet tonight. There's an argument to be made to keep him out there. And it looks like indeed this was just trying to calm Foss down. The rubber remains his. With 2 outs and 2 on, tie game in extras. And Alex Smith will step up. Smith walked his last time up, struck out the time before that, and hit into a fielder's choice before that.
Number 5, Alex Smith.
Batting 196 on the season. But his batting average has steadily climbed in the second half. Don't know if he's faced many at-bats with higher leverage than this, though. Outside, catcher blocks. That's Castellon still behind the plate. Foss delivers, and that just barely misses the zone. Smith takes his first strike, wisely so. North Broward has won 10 games in a row, hoping to find an 11th win here. It's getting a little frigid out here. The wind's still blowing. And Smith holds off. That's cold. Three and one, 2 outs, 2 on. A hitter's count. Here's Foss. Smith whiffs. And it could all come down to this. The fans firing up. Here it comes. Or not. Technically not a balk, though very close. Had Foss moved towards home plate, that would have been a balk, but by kind of turning himself around, he avoids it. Runners take off. It's a ball, and that's a walk. Bases loaded, 2 outs for Kieran O'Neill. We're getting a pitching change from the looks of it. That's totally understandable. I mean, Foss has pitched a great game tonight. Take nothing away from him. A stellar outing for him as he comes off to applause. We'll see who the new pitcher is. We'll be right back after this. The final line for Will Foss in this one, 5 2/3 innings pitched, 5 hits, no runs, 7 walks, 4 strikeouts. And Matthias Fisher is the new pitcher for True North. In 3 1/3 innings of work, he is not allowed a run, 4 walks and 4 strikeouts. Not even allowed a hit in 3 1/3 innings of work. So someone who True North clearly has confidence in, and they're going to need that confidence considering he's going to be bearing down against Kieran O'Neill. Really a batter of the two best shortstop turned pitchers that we've seen this whole year.
Now batting, number 2, Kieran O'Neill.
And O'Neill, no stranger to situations like this. He often delivers. The first pitch from Fisher drops in for a strike. That is a trapdoor curveball. Remember, it's not about where it finishes, it's where it crosses the plate. Next pitch is a fastball outside. Fisher has a fastball that reaches 90 miles an hour, though that's the only velocity data we have on him. O'Neill lays off one at 87. High drama in Coconut Creek. The weight of the world's got to be on O'Neill's shoulders right now. Breaking ball comes very far inside, and it's 3-1. A walk wins the game for North Broward. And Fisher's got to know it. Adjusting the hat, playing with it. Looking down, clearly he's trying to get himself in the zone. A ball and it's all over. But that finds the bottom of the zone at 90. Now we've got a full count, 2 outs, bases loaded in extra innings. This is as storybook as it comes. It all comes down to this. It's a walk! North Broward wins! Their third walk-off win of the season, and Kieran O'Neill doesn't even have to lift the bat. That is all she wrote. 4-3, your final score. Put it in the books. North Broward sends us home in their final home game of the season with their 11th win in a row. And credit to Kieran O'Neill. That's a tough pitch to lay off, but he does so with aplomb. Once again, North Broward delivers with incredible storybook drama. It's just amazing. How many games have we seen this year that have ended in incredible manners? If it's not a Mercy Rule win, it seems to be a walk-off win. And once again, 11 straight wins for North Broward as they just have one more game against Killian tomorrow, and then it's off to the district tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for joining us here live on YouTube. My name is Sam Gelfand, and on behalf of everyone here at the North Broward Preparatory School and the Florida High School Athletic Association, have a very good night wherever you may be.